I love things with lemon. It's weird. Chocolate and lemon, completely different taste palettes, but I love them both. So I've made a lot of chocolate cookies, chocolate chip, double chocolate oatmeal, but I haven't really brought anything lemon to you outside of cakes or pies or cheesecake. So I'm gonna make lemon crinkle cookies. These are the most delicious lemon cookies I've ever had in my life. They're so simple to make, but the reward is, I can't stop eating them. I could eat like 10 of them at one time. I kid you not. So we're gonna make lemon crinkle cookies right here next on the sweet spot. Let's get started. The first thing we're gonna do, almost like I do with my cakes, we're gonna pre-mix our dry goods with this recipe. So I have my flour here, my baking powder, and my salt. Put that in there and just whisk that together until it's combined, just to get that nice and mixed. Just making sure that baking powder is evenly distributed into my flour. Try not to get flour all over the countertop. All right, so we're gonna set that aside, and then we're gonna start on our dry or our wet base, which for cookies, almost like cakes, it always starts with the butter and sugar. So just gonna put my cup of butter into my mixer, or my mixing bowl, and then my sugar. And we're gonna kind of beat that until it's nice and combined and that sugar and butter are creamed together for our nice cookie base. All right, so our base is started here. And once again, you're gonna see this is a very simple and easy cookie recipe. Now that our butter and sugar are creamed together, we're gonna add in our eggs, both at one time. And then we're just gonna beat those eggs into the mixture until it's nice and smooth. So that is all mixed together. Just gonna knock it off of my paddle here, kind of scrape down the sides of my bowl. And the next three ingredients we're gonna add all at once. It's gonna be all of that lemon zest. I'm gonna use my spatula to help me get every single little slice or bit of that lemon zest into my bowl. Then we're gonna take our lemon juice, and finally that vanilla. And we're gonna mix this on medium until it's all nice and combined. Once again, just like with cakes and any other things where you're combining lemon and butter, you could see a little separation of the lemon juice or the lemon oils and the butter. That's fine. Once we add the flour, bam, it all comes together. So you can wait until the end to add your yellow gel food coloring. I like to add it to my wet mixture. I find that it evenly distributes throughout the full mixture once I add the dry ingredients. Can't talk right now. So I just have my gel food coloring here. I'm gonna put in just a couple of drops. My gel food coloring is a little strong, so 2 drops will give me a nice bright yellow. If you're dealing with a gel that's not as strong in color, you can add more drops, but 2 are gonna be fine for me. And I'm just gonna pre-mix this before starting to add my dry ingredients. You can probably see my batter color has changed to a very bright sunny yellow. So now what I'm going to do is probably add half of the dry ingredients to the mixture and then add the other half. And mix that on medium till it's fully combined. I'm gonna add the rest of my flour. in here. There we go. And then we're just going to mix that until that's fully incorporated. So I have my batter completely made. And what I'm going to do now is I have a cover. You can do plastic wrap, whatever you need. I'm just going to cover this, and we need to refrigerate it for at least 30 minutes to an hour. I like to go closer to the hour mark because you want the dough nice and firm, because the next thing we have to do is douse it, fully coated in powdered sugar. And you want to be able to form those balls and have them hold together and really roll through that sugar. So 30 minutes to an hour in the refrigerator. I just removed my chilled lemon dough from the refrigerator. I have my powdered sugar and granulated sugar. And some may say, well, why don't you just do straight powdered sugar? The granulated sugar helps create like a coating to help the powdered sugar stick a little bit. That's just my philosophy. Don't know if there's science behind it. So let's start making our cookies. So what you want to do, you want to scoop. You can take a tablespoon or an ice cream scoop like I have, because you're going to roll it into a ball anyway, so it doesn't matter how you get it out of the bowl. Just something to help you with even distribution. So I have my scoop. I'm going to scoop it into my hand and then roll it around. This is why you want the dough chilled also. You don't want it to stick to your hand. And I'm going to plop that in the sugar. I do a few before rolling into the powdered sugar. That way I'm not have powdered sugar all over my hands when I go to pick up the next ball of dough, to where it all seems to form nicely into a ball. So I'm going to do about 4 of them. Roll that around. All right, and then I'm just going to take them, and you want them to be generously coated. Like, you really want it coated in powdered sugar to where you don't see any of that yellow lemon dough at all, because that's what's going to give that crackle on the top. So you really want a nicely coated ball of dough. Then you place it on your cookie sheet. I'm going to spread them about 2.5 inches apart. Just give it a little time to spread. Do that one. As you notice, I have a baking sheet. What I will tell you with these cookies, either use parchment paper or a cookie baking mat when you bake these cookies. And we're gonna put these in a 350-degree oven for about 9 to 10 minutes. I usually do about 10 minutes. You'll see them, they'll crackle up, they'll spread. So I'm gonna finish this and then throw these in the oven. I wanted you to see before I threw these into the oven, you can see how there's a nice coating on each one, like very generous, very well coated. Once again, we're gonna put these in the oven for about 10 minutes at 350 degrees. The lemon crinkle cookies have come out of the oven, and you see why we call them lemon crinkle or crinkle cookies, because you could see how that powdered sugar just crackled right on top, giving this nice crackle or crinkle finish. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful cookie? Let's see how it tastes. Oh my God, that is delicious. You have to try this recipe. If you love lemon, you're gonna love this lemon crinkle cookie recipe. Thank you for tuning in. Sorry, just tastes so good. Hit like, subscribe, come back and see me right here on the Sweet Spot. Hit like.